Welcome back with me Axel, okay, and this is the gameplay for Hawk, and we are going to have Defender and Dragon for today. So let's get started. And why are these two planes are the least favorites amongst all of the other planes? And let me say this, we have the highest armors of all for Defender, and of course Dragon has more or less the same. And we are going to have all of these planes into demo for now. And for these attacks, and I bet they are of course one of the lowest planes that has the weakest power to attack, so that's why. And we still doubt about this armor thing, if that's really working or not. The highest armor, but can you sustain a lot of damage from all of these planes or probably bosses? Well, that's really a big question for all of these planes. Right, first Dragon with Nicola and Legatus. Maximum Legatus, we have 100 Nicola on SS class. And let's go for this. We have this kind of boss, is one of the toughest boss, but not really on the stage 80. But I'm not sure why this boss is so tough at this level. Besides, he's like one of the 140 SS plane, and he's one of the overdrive that does almost no scratch to this boss. Is that really like doing any of the damage towards this boss, or either this boss or the plane overdrive is broken? I'm not sure which one is wrong, but definitely this plane needs like a buff, a huge buff for this kind of boss. This is level 80 Doom, and definitely weird when you cannot kill this kind of boss. It's level 80 really. Right, let's go with this. The overdrive barely scratched this kind of drone as well, and it's just like a show off of moving left and right and doing nothing right there. This is such a shame plane for getting like this. The fourth ability just doing almost no damage at all, except just clearing up the projectiles on the screen. Well, this like happening, probably this plane got nerfed back then a long time version ago, and this is still like, well, the nerf is just too much, and sometimes the developer did a lot of nerfing instead of buffing, and this is like doing nothing. The plane is like a forgotten plane, and nobody ever used this kind of plane except probably on the trials, and that's getting forced by developer have to finish 3 aces, and is such a frustrating moment. Well, anyway, we got this done, and that's quite a long time for a level 140 SS class plane to finish this chapter 1 stage. My goodness, that's such a shame again. And we are going to have the other stage. Probably, let's go and try this. Stage 84. I'm going to try just the normal stage and see if the dragon has some kind of impact towards normal planes, normal stage. Alright, here goes. Heroic on this stage. Destroy 79 targets. Can I definitely do this with Dragon? Even my maximum SS class 100 is still 140. We still have trouble on this stage. Alright, look at this. The firepower didn't even break through all of these kinds of normal mobs. Alright. Even this overdrive has the trouble of defeating the red planes. I'm not sure why this plane is so bad, and actually could have like a special power or something like that, or increase in the buff at least for getting this done. So many planes are able to defeat them by just the dragon. Right, I'm just going to have the plane normally. Well, that's all anyway. 140 SS class. Be warned that probably you shouldn't have this kind of planes upgraded, or just for the purpose of 3 aces, but right, I'm not sure how is that you compare getting the reward for 3 aces and then this dragon is just so weak for that. Way underpowered. I'm going to have Legatus and Nicola for helping me for this boring boss. We have Dragon for now. I'm not going to wait for everything to finish. So that's all for my robots. Right, now you understand why I don't like to have Dragon as much as I do on the normal stages and bosses as well. And we are gonna have Defender for next try on all of these stages. Alright, let's get back to chapter 1. And let's do the same with Doom boss on the stage 80. Where are you, Doom? We are going to have Defender for the stage sometimes, well, not always. Alright, how about this? The first is to stage 70. I'm going to try out something different probably. Stage 70, that is going to be less power than Doom. And supposed to be a lot easier than what the other bosses are. And this is level 140 SS class Defender. Will this plane be able to defeat this kind of boss? Is just another Red Queen. Come on. The fourth ability seems to be doing quite a decent job, but actually for a level 140 SS class is just another weak plane. That's why I would like to have some kind of different planes. And this is not really a recommended plane. Well, no wonder if that's the least favorites of amongst the other planes. Alright, we have rockets and all of this. The fourth ability seems just to protect the planes, but none other than that, this is a lower level boss. What I want to compare is the power for this maximum 140 SS class Defender, even having a hardest time to defeat this kind of boss. This is not really logic for me. Right, we have Red Queen again shooting their rockets. And without the fourth ability, this is just another very weak plane. Look at that, just how many seconds it takes for all of this to work. Well, anyway, it's done. We are going to have another stage. How about doing this at the chapter 2? Well, anyway, not going to help much. And I'm going to choose the random stage 148 or probably 100. Yes, 148. The last time that I remember this kind of stage is one of the hardest stage for 1.7. And let's do this for Defender. Destroy 85 targets on heroic mode, and is even having like a hard time. 140 SS class Defender. We have all targets following me on every side of the screen. Alright, helicopters and drones, just blast them all away with Legatus and Nicola. Well, Sting have oh well, look at that, the bugs of these planes. Well, it's now ridiculous that we have a Defender 4th ability would not be able to kill the small planes, and just passing through all of them, it's like nothing happened. So every time I found all of these planes are getting nerfed more, and probably that's going to be worse and worse for every single versions. Rarely they are getting buffed, and every time we find something good, and it will probably getting nerfed again. Big chance for that to happen. Right, all of these rockets, well, anyway, done with this stage, victory. But still, if you think that these planes are great, leave it in the comments down below. But I don't think that I would agree with all of these planes. I would prefer something different, more powerful planes, and these planes are just another planes, weak planes that will add to your collections, and nothing more than that. Alright, so next is just, alright, I think that's all for Dragon and Defender for today, and this is all my gameplay for today, and thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave thumbs up as always, and goodbye. Was a very inconsistent perks. So what I must do right now is just to get this into demo. We had really no choice about this, as the plane is really buggy and it's not really satisfying for this version. We have the 4th perk, the 2nd perk, everything got mixed up, and sometimes probably the 3rd perk as well. We never know when they will get activated, or probably on some kind of other stages they will work out well, but sometimes they wouldn't.